Hi, Renz.
Hi, Molly.
Hi to Tan, our beautiful guest who's joining us.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. We want to welcome all of our listeners today. We are going to be discussing Turning Point 1986 Babies. We have our very own resident host, Reyna Winston-Royer, who's going to be 40 this year. We have our lovely guest, Tanecia Fagan, who is joining us all the way from Antigua. This is the essence of Besties Abroad because Tan is one of our very, very good friends. We all went to school together. We grew up together, and now she's on Besties Abroad. It's also very, very special because Tan is based in Antigua. She is 4 hours behind me, time zone wise, and Renz is 2 hours behind her. So this is the true essence of besties getting together on the phone, talking to each other, and just making it happen. The sacrifices, guys. The
Definitely.
sacrifices. I feel like I'm making the biggest sacrifice. But we're here and we're happy to be here. And we're going to talk this week to them about what turning 40 means to them. We're going to take this opportunity to hand over to Tan. She's going to tell us a little bit about herself. Well, we know all about her, so for the benefit of you guys, really. Tan, take the floor, baby.
Hi. So my name is Tanecia Fagan. Well, Rena knows me as Tanecia John from way back when. We met actually at the convent preparatory school or convent prep once upon a time when we were in kindergarten. And I guess that's about 30 something years ago, right? So I am a mother of one. I'm a mother of one. I'm an educator. I teach at the Antigua Grammar School. It's an all boys school. It's a kind of full circle moment for me because I started teaching at an all boys school in Dominica.
Tan, sorry, I was going to say, I didn't realize. It's an
Yeah,
all-boys school.
it's an all boys school.
You and these
And
all-boys schools.
interestingly, the uniform is basically the same. It's just a different crest. The khaki pants, the shirt jack,
Wow.
exactly the same. So, sometimes God just puts you exactly where you need to be, I guess. Yeah, so
so true.
Malika and I met in prep as well in grade 6 when she migrated home to Dominica. And we've been friends since. So Malika and I have been friends just as long as Rena and I have been friends. And I think this is something that is so beautiful. And I'm happy to be here doing this podcast. I absolutely love it. So thank you so much for having me.
Fun fact, my mom told me the other night, our moms were in the hospital at the same time.
Really?
I don't know why she was there because you were born after me, but she's like, yeah. So basically, y'all have been friends since the womb.
Since
I
the womb,
love
really.
that.
And our parents, all three of us, our parents were friends before we were born. So at one point, they were either working together or they were friends in church. Because back home, big on church family, big on church connections. So the families have always been really close. Yeah, and your grandma knew my mother since forever. So, yep.
Wow. This is a special episode for us because my two girls on here, as well as many of our other school friends, are born in 1986. I'm lagging behind a little bit by a year and a bit, just because I was, as explained previously in a previous episode, they just plonked me into their class.
She was too smart.
Anyway, because Tan used to sit next to me, so you used to see what was going on, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
But anyways, the fact is, they're my elders. They are my elders, and I
That's
do
why you need
respect
to
them. I do
listen to
respect
us,
them,
right?
right? So I do listen to them, and so but today I get to ask all of the hard questions, and they have to answer, guys, for your benefit. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to start with our resident co-host. Renz, you want to tell? Oh, Tan, because she's slightly older than you. Yeah.
Yes,
So
she is. I'm
respect where it's due.
actually a baby compared to her.
Yeah, she's
My word.
yeah, you're like 6 weeks older, Ren. So, Ren, you want to tell us when your 40th birthday is and how that makes you feel?
So my 15th year of turning 25. Let us just get this correct, please.
Yeah,
Correct.
let's get it right.
Is in September. The most beautiful. I'm being very sarcastic here, but in September, and I'm pretty excited because I like birthdays. I just feel like every year is a year to celebrate life and all the things that you've learned,
Oh, yes, we
and
know you love
I
birthdays.
I love it. I basically celebrate everybody's birthday if I can. So
But what makes turning 40 so special then?
I feel like it's always been like a goal. Like you have to get there. You just have to get there, and
You have
I'm
to get there
there.
by any way, shape, or form,
Will or
yeah?
by
Any way,
force.
shape, or form, you get there. My dad would always say, every year you every day you live is one day you get closer to being whatever age, like 40. So I'm just excited. I just like birthdays. So I just always excited when it's my birthday coming around, and this one is a big deal, I feel like, because 40, we know a lot of people who just didn't make it to 40, and then we have the privilege to be here and be 40. And yeah, that's
We're
why
grateful.
I
Tan,
just
what about you?
Well, for me, I turn 40 in October. I'm a Scorpio, October baby. I beg to differ. Well, I can't really say that because my daughter is born in September. So I love September babies too, but I'm a Scorpio, so I was born in October. So I will be 40 on paper, but I identify as 25. So,
Yeah.
yeah. How do I
They both
feel?
identify as 25.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely identify as 25. How do I feel? I feel grateful. I think that's the best way that I can put turning 40. Grateful. Because life has its ups, its downs. But if you sit back and you really think about what you've been through in life, how you've been able to accomplish, because the fact of the matter is you've achieved or survived everything that has been thrown your way, So when you get to a
A
certain age,
word.
you just have to be thankful. And then, some of our friends didn't make it to get to our age. We lost classmates, we lost friends, colleagues. And so every day above ground, grateful.
Grateful. Okay, so we're feeling excited. We're feeling grateful. Anybody feeling a bit nervous?
No,
some days I am. Some days I get nervous because it's like I'm an adult. I'm a mom.
that.
I have to keep people alive right
I
now.
think
Yeah.
40 makes
It
you
may
feel like, oh shoot, I'm an adult. Like when did that happen?
I
When did
I'm
that
know
really
it
adulting.
happen?
does.
I'm an adultier adult.
Yes,
Like I
that.
know Tans had said, like, all your other birthdays for like, a couple of years, I had no idea how old I was because I would just tell
Yes,
people I'm 30 something. I'm 30 something.
Yeah. It's
But
true.
my
Even on my last birthday, which was just not too long ago, just the other day, a couple of months ago, I turned 38 and I was like, 38? I wasn't sure. I had to
yeah,
really count, like, okay, 1987, count back.
that is exactly what
15
I do.
minus
I
7 is
calculate it.
8. That's what I had to do. The struggle is real, but
I remember something and they asked, is anybody under the age of whatever it was? And I literally had to stop and think and calculate. And I was like, I can't remember.
what is my age?
It was so funny. I was like,
yeah.
I'm that age. Okay, cool.
That's where we're at. A question first for Tan, please. What are 3 things that you've achieved in your life that make you feel good about having done them before you turn 40? And I'd just like to say that I can list about 10 for you, 20, 30 even, but I'd just like 3 from you. Thank you.
Well, when people think of achievements, they normally think of finance, academics, all these sort of things. But for me, I didn't really have like a timeline on achieving certain things. I think the older you get, the more you realize that the achievements in life are sometimes the things that we overlook. So for me, the top thing that I'm so proud of is being a good mom, especially as a single mom. Sometimes people feel like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? And then you just get it done. And in spite of so many things, I can safely say that I've done a pretty good job with my daughter. And that's something that I'm immensely proud of. I think she's proof that I'm doing something good in the world and I've contributed to adding a good human to this world. So that's one thing for sure. And another thing would be, just being myself and learning who I am as a person. Because, once upon a time, I used to be a people pleaser. I would, say yes. I was a yes person. And I had to learn that no is an answer and it is a valid answer. And no is a complete sentence. It's not just saying no, but saying no without having to give an explanation. And I remember once a cousin of mine, he looked at me and he said to me, Tan, you can't save everybody. And I really had to pull back and make a conscious effort to change and put myself first. And I always love the song by Itana that says you have to learn to love, trust yourself first, learn to be happy with yourself. Because in order for you to love anyone, whether it's familial love, whether it's agape love, whether it's relationships, your children, your colleagues, you have to love yourself first. And sometimes we learn that a little later in life. I'm happy that I have gotten to that place where I can finally say, I'm putting me first. I mean, when you have kids, you kind of have to put them first. But in order to take care of them, you have to take care of yourself. And the third thing I would have to say is the lives that I've touched. I mean, I have academic achievements, but seeing my students do well, seeing them grow up. I mean, I have students who are professionals right now. And when I see them and they look at me and they're like, Miss, you don't know how what you did or what you said influenced the person that I am today. And without your advice or your words of wisdom or your encouragement, I wouldn't be who I am today. That is just, it's priceless. Like there's nothing else that tops that. Being a teacher doesn't have many rewards, but that is one of those that I really hold dear to my heart. So I think those would be my top achievements.
And what excellent achievements they are. I really felt it when you said that no is a complete sentence. It's such a hard thing. I find I really struggle with that. Like, I just love to justify myself to people. Can you do this? No, because I've just got so much on. Because this, because that. Like, no, I should just learn to say no. So I felt a little attacked when you said that. But at least I have another couple of years before I turn 40, so I shall get to that
Yeah, right.
point.
We counting months as years now. Okay.
Anyway, don't worry, Renz, I'm coming for your way.
Guys,
Renz, what are your 3 things that you've achieved in your life that make you feel good about having done that before you turn 40?
My first thing is that I have 3 beautiful children. I have twins that turn 7 today, and I am pretty proud that I kept them alive for 7 years. Because, people take it for granted that, yeah, having a baby is hard, but having 2 babies at the same time on the same schedule, because mines were very special babies. They would eat and drink and do everything at the same time.
Really?
Yes. So I
Wow.
was always the mom who I balanced both of them all the time. I learned to carry them all the time together. I learned to do all the things together with them. I just had to do because I had to learn. Because I just it hurts my mama heart to hear a baby crying. Even now, like if I hear a baby crying, I just want to go pick it up and tell it it's okay. That's just who I am. So I feel like having my kids before 40 was amazing. And I pray every day to the Lord that I have no more because I do not want to ever do that again. So yeah, that's number 1. Number 2 is though my marriage was a total disaster, I learned a lot for what to do for the next one. Because I am getting married again. I already have my wedding planned out, a Pinterest board, everything's set. I just don't have a groom. I believe that marriage is beautiful. My parents were married until my dad died. So I will definitely be having a cowgirl wedding. Be prepared to wear your cowboy boots, girls. Because, yeah, I'm getting
Yeah,
married
Pat and I
again.
will be there.
Correct.
Y'all may be the bridesmaids on the horses.
Correct.
And like my first thing is my job. I really am glad that I feel like I have found my place. I feel like I have found a job that I can retire from. You know, growing up we always like we get jobs after high school and you're like, oh yeah, probably I know in Dominica is like you just have to stay there till the end. And I've learned here that you don't have to do that. And like you don't have to stay in a job that you don't like, that you're not happy just because you want to get there to retire. And I've always wanted to be in a place where I feel appreciated and my bosses are nice and the people are good people and they care about the employees. And I feel like I'm there now. And it's nice to be there at 40. I just feel like at least one thing on my goal list, because I have a goal list from when I was 25.
I don't know why you're trying to justify yourself to me for.
Reference to the last podcast where I'm a YOLO in this year. I
So
used
if
to
you
be
didn't
like,
listen, you need to go back and listen right now.
Tan's giving the free marketing. I love this. Oh my
yeah,
God. This is
go
amazing.
listen. But yeah, I just really enjoy my job. I enjoy what I'm doing. I never thought I would say this because like I don't like to people, but I'm do HR
Me
and I
too.
enjoy it so much. Like it's helping people understand like benefits and all that stuff. It just makes me really happy every day. So yeah, these are my 3 things.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love that. I love that for the both of you. And thank you so much for being in my nice positive space, positive vibes only. I'd like to go back to Tan on the next question, please. Life begins at 40. This is my turning point. What are 3 things that you feel like you want to do more?
Well, I have 3 things, but since Ren's just said that we're gonna be cowgirl bridesmaids, I think I need to put that one at the top first. So,
Defo.
so
I'm
you
there.
know, definitely that one. But on a real note, I would love to travel some more. I remember growing up traveling to different places. I think I traveled every summer, like every summer somewhere. Went to the States, went to Martinique, St. Lucia, and I don't get to do that as much with my daughter. So I really want her to experience that. And not just with her, I want to be able to do like solo trips, have some fun, have a little more fun. So that is definitely one, traveling, because I love traveling. And secondly, well, I guess it's kind of tied to traveling, but I want to go back to Barbados because for those of you who don't know, I'm half Bajan. So
She's from
my father,
Barbados.
my father is Bajan, so I have 9 siblings or something like that, and nieces, nephews, grandnieces, grandnephews. Some I've never met, some I communicate with, and I know most of them and they don't know each other. So this is really something that's important to me to get to connect with all of them because I do not want my daughter to meet her cousin and fall in love with her cousin.
Wow.
It's not gonna happen.
I know.
Not under my
Mm-hmm.
watch. So that is definitely something that I want to do. And as Renz was saying, find someone whom I can be with. Because, I mean, let's face it, my daughter is closer to leaving the nest than being in the nest. So, lest I end up being the cat mom. I mean, I am a cat mom. I love cats. Fun fact. Renz and Aika are dog moms, but I love cats. But I don't think my cats are going to continue talking to me when I get older. So I might have to find a human, So that
Yes, try to find.
might be some, get out there a little more.
Okay. And just going back to what you were saying about traveling, because obviously, yes, it's good to travel with your daughter, but also it's good to travel solo. So, my door's always open. Send Kat to me and go do your thing. For those of you who don't know, a beautiful daughter, Kat, was my flower girl at my wedding. She's so beautiful. She's so talented. Last time I went to
Yes.
Antigua, I gave her a little surprise. She got a fright, as they say, my little baby. So,
I
yes.
remember that video.
Do you remember the video? Yeah, she was so happy to see me. Okay, moving on, Renz. What about you? 3 things that you want to do in your 40s?
I would like to travel more, first of all. I feel like I traveled so much when I was younger. Like my mom would take us to a different Caribbean island every Easter. I want to do that with my kids. I want to state hop. I want to country hop. I want to island hop. I want to anything with a plane, train. I want us to just go and experience things. So this year for my 40th, I want to finish my hopefully in the next 7 months, I will be done with my master's. And yes, Malika, I am doing both HR and finance because it's just 3 more classes. What's 3 more classes?
Yeah, no, that's amazing. I mean, as you guys know, she consults with me on everything, so we discussed it
Yes,
in
Big up, big up.
chambers.
yes. And you know what's gonna happen at 1 o'clock in the morning? You should be getting a voice note. I hate finance. I don't want to do HR. Why didn't you help me out? This professor is hired, and she's just gonna be like, but I'll still do it. My last thing, like I said before, is I am going to find the love of my life. I put it in the universe, and that's what I'm going to do this year as I'm 40. I
And
am.
I want to sprinkle romantic fairy dust on you two, my darlings. As you know, it comes when you're least expecting it.
Correct.
I am living proof of that. Did you guys think I was going to marry Squeaky? No, you did not.
I know, right?
It was
Okay.
destined because you had to marry somebody who had my birthday. Like it was just
That is
God
also
telling
true.
you that you just needed that energy in your life.
I needed that energy.
Shout out to Jeffrey.
So yes, and I really do want to sprinkle that fairy dust on you guys. You
Well,
know,
you know,
I'm not going to say
Hallie.
don't look, don't go looking in terms of obviously you guys have to. The person's not going to come at your home and meet you. You know how we just sit at home and you think the person's going to come and knock on your door? No.
I think
Yes,
that's
they
what
will.
I had to add to my list, Get out of the
Yes,
house.
get out the
Get out
house
of that
and
house.
go on a date. Yeah, then honestly, it doesn't work like that. They're going to come and knock on your door. But
Well,
at the same time, don't go like on a desperate thing.
Exactly.
not.
Don't go on a desperate thing. Ren, I'm looking at you. Don't go on a desperate thing.
That is for another
You know,
podcast because we are not going to talk about this right now. But what I wanted to say is that Molly is truly like the fairy tale girl. I remember it was like, I don't know, when memes were just becoming a thing. She sent me this meme and I still have it on my phone. Believe in the fairy tale. And anytime people tell me anything about love, whatever, and she said to me, you have to love love for you to find love. And it's true. Like,
Yeah,
Really
I
did.
remember you telling me that story about Malika sending you the meme, yeah.
yes, I can never forget that. So now I believe I'm just going to sit on my porch and he's going to ride on his white horse and come get me.
Correct.
On that note,
Correct.
I shall continue turning 40, turning points. Guys, so just moving on, I want to find out a bit about how you guys plan to celebrate your 40th birthdays. Bearing in mind, I'm in the UK. I've seen how people do it over here, Ren's being in the US and Tan being in the Caribbean. How are you guys planning on celebrating 40th? Just a quick backstory. I was thinking about this lady that I saw online in one of my little Facebook groups for my village, and she put on Facebook, she said, hi guys, looking for recommendations. I'm celebrating my 40th tomorrow and I wanted to know if there's anything to do in town. And I was mortified because I'm like, what? So sorry, what? You mean your mom and dad or your sister and your brother or your friends or nobody's planned anything? You're just there online, just coming to be begging people what you're going to do in town. Anyways, I mean, no disrespect, but I would expect somebody to have a little bit more plans about their 40th birthday.
Okay. Yeah. So before we get into that, I just wanted to say that interestingly, both of you girls have been core memories for me for birthdays because I remember and I still have the pics of Rena and I. Rena and I actually used to be besties when we were babies. So I have pics when we had I think she was feeding me cake and I was feeding her cake and we had our party hats. So, I have those memories and I have memories of Malika giving me my birthday cards every year. They were always white cards with foil designs, the iridescent foil designs. And I absolutely loved and looked forward to that every single year without fail. And I believe Malika must have had like a box because there was one year I got the same card twice. And I was like,
What? What? I'm not gonna lie, we did have a box.
but it was just something that I really looked forward to. And I absolutely loved it. Getting older, I didn't really used to celebrate my birthday much. And then one day I was like, you know what? I need to make a concerted effort to do me and to celebrate me. Because, life is unpredictable and we have to celebrate all the wins, every single win. So this year, I'm not exactly sure what the plan is, but I'm definitely celebrating. One of my girlfriends has already said that, Tan, we're having a party. I don't know what the party is going to be, where it's going to be, but we will definitely be partying. So, and I've been celebrating my birthday recently. Like, it's not just a day, it's like a week, a month. Yeah, it's a vibe. I
Mm-hmm.
need to be able to just, keep it going and have fun.
Tan, you have to realize that you live in paradise where Renz and I are stuck in this really bad cold weather most of the time. Even our summers are not summers. And so we're counting on you to do the beach party.
Yes.
We're counting on you to do the day rave in the sun, in the hot sun.
Mm-hmm.
Please, please, we're waiting for pics. Yeah?
Definitely.
Oblige us. Please.
Definitely.
Renz, what about you? Tell me what you're going to do for your 40th birthday, if you have any
So
plans.
my plan was to go see my bestie in the UK, and she made other plans because she did a whole vision board, whatever. Anyways, that plan, we're not going to talk about that because I'm still traumatized. But I will go
Catch
see her.
You need to make an
I'll probably go
appointment.
see her in August. Yes, like I have to make a 3-year appointment apparently to just get on her books. So actually today I was looking at weekend getaways to Vegas.
Oh,
I'm going to Vegas. I might book it anytime I just feel the urge to, but I'm going to Vegas with or without anybody. I'm going. And like there's these packages where you cater to people's birthdays and stuff like that. So it's like groups or whatever. So I feel like this year being 40, I'm just going to do whatever I want because I don't have friends very close by here, or most of the times the friends that I do have are always like engaged in their own lives and they can't just drop it and do stuff with me. But I may have the love of my life by the time I get to September. So I'm gonna book it and then hopefully he'll be there.
I love that for you. That's a real turning point.
or you never
I'm
know. You might meet
trying
him
to be
in
as positive.
Vegas.
I know. Yeah, that too. But whatever happens, I want to go to Vegas. I've been wanting to go to Vegas for years now, and I've never been. My mom has been twice or 3 times to Vegas, and she doesn't gamble. And I'm like, Mom, yeah. She's like, it's really a nice place. I was like, oh. And I've never been. So I'm going to Vegas.
Yeah, I think
Well,
a big part of like turning 40 is like a lot of people travel, definitely like they go away and do big things. We have a friend that we went to school with. She just turned 40 and she's gone to Dominican Republic. She's having a great time. I'm just been like stalking her Insta.
me too.
Like, people do big things, even if you do like a big party or you go away or you like go to a big show that you've been wanting to go
Yes.
to and stuff. So I really hope that this year you guys have an amazing year. Don't just leave it to your actual birthday. If you want to do little things throughout the year, especially at summertime, just make yourselves happy, buy yourself a little something extra and, do all the things. And just generally speaking for our listeners who want to engage with us on social media, let us know. Are you 40? Are you turning 14 this year? How do you feel about it? Do you have friends who've turned 40 and you feel like they're at turning points in their lives? Let us know. Engage, engage, engage. Follow us on Spotify. Subscribe on YouTube. Like, share, follow, do all the things. Tell them, Tan.
Yes, check them out on Instagram, YouTube. Check the thing, nah? Yeah, so
Yes. Right. You know what? I
Yeah.
really, really enjoyed this episode talking to our Tan. It was lovely, wasn't it, Renz?
It was amazing to talk
yeah,
to her. She can really relate to us turning 25 for the 15th time. I
25,
know.
correct.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening and thank you for joining us, Tan. We're really, really grateful for you being here. Our first ever guest on Besties Abroad, a special moment. and we're grateful. Thanks to my co-host for answering the hard questions.
Yeah.
It was my pleasure to ask you guys, my elders, about what it's like. What it's like turning 40. It's a turning point. It's a turning point. Thank you, everybody. Love, love, love. Like, follow,
Bye,
share.
Sally.
Bye, darling.
Bye.